Jordan spears the rebound. We've played over a minute, no score. Chicago in a hurry. And Scottie Pippen breaks the ice.
Well, Glenn Rice took a very tough off-balance shot. I think
a sluggish start by the defending champs. Jordan the steal. Paxson ahead to Pippen. Blow and pass Rice. Jordan's alley-oop hits the glass. He'll get a shot attempt. Grant Long scoring on the break. And the Heat back to a 6-point lead. Scottie Pippen under the Grant.
From Scottie Pippen.
I'll tell you, there've been
he's got to hit the open man.
Inside it's Rice against Paxson. Jordan the block as he recovered, knowing that Rice wanted to post. Michael Jordan, 3 out of 9. Kevin Edwards launching long. And the rebound to Jordan. He's got a run out.
Well, I'd like to see Kevin Edwards show a little more patience. He's not one of their best. Shoot a little bit if you want.
It was Rice over Hansen. And now Chicago looking 2 for 1, and Jordan zigs and zags to the hoop.
I look for Kevin to get a timeout pretty quick here.
I don't know. They got third difference, remember, between the shot clock and the game clock, and 17 to shoot. The Heat to steal. Smith on the run out, and Miami in front by 3.
Well, the long arms of Steve Smith can be a factor. This guy is something.
Pippen, who's back in, playing with 2 fouls, is guarded by Keith Askins. Off the cut, Pippen score the goal and a foul.
Oh my, Scottie Pippen took some serious hang time.
Look, not a bad 3-point shooter, 34%. Miami Heat, not intimidated in the least. Michael Jordan for the dunk.
Some jump shots down.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we will be selecting the Budweiser player of the game.
There's that size on the double team.
Pippen right back into Grant. That's about the Bulls with their 4th 2-point lead of the game. That was Pippen the steal. Livingston, Pippen, and Jordan. And now the Bulls have their biggest lead.
I mean, if there was a force meter on dunks. 2-2-1 zone trap.
Normally the Bulls handle pressure very well. In fact, they do a lot of 3-point shooting out of it. Here's Jordan. Wow!
Everyone in this arena fell back in their seat. You did, I did. The whole scores table fell. Have Michael Jordan that open. I mean, you must switch out. You must get on his tail and follow him. You just can't let him be that open.
It looked like the Heat really committed a lot of people to following the ball, Dick. Rice gets the dunk, and I think they did so because they knew the Bulls were up against the shot clock a little bit, and they thought maybe.
Gotta get the ball stopped there. They're pretty well matched up now.
Pippen driving hard to the hoop.
You gotta make him take the jump shot.
Injury, it does create extreme pain.
Well, you know, someone was talking to me before the game, and they said, oh, nice move.
That's what they said. 31 points for Jordan.
Chicago Bulls not shooting a lot of threes. They did shoot 454. Mainly they shoot threes for spacing. As they're having trouble with the press.
Pippen to Jordan. And it's a 10-point Chicago lead. And how the Heat would react when the Bulls began to turn it up. Smith missing. Cycli fakes on the follow and gets the jam. Ronnie Cycli has 9.
One of the things that the Heat is doing again.
Miami down by 11. In this third quarter, the first time Chicago's led by double figures. Cycli on the follow. Cycli with 11.
You know, look at Phil Jackson over there. He used to shoot the ball.
Chicago to throw in. That foul was on Keith Askins. Jordan, a quick spin out and dunk.
Well, Alan Ogg has got to come across the lane, sacrifice his body, try to...
Here's Jordan against Smith. Sees the double team coming and just goes to the hoop. 42.
Well, there's not much you can do. The only thing you can do is you got to maybe decide...
To Williams. Now it's Jordan at the controls. Good punch into Purdue.
Wonderful pass. Absolutely wonderful.
Don't need to score. There are other nights when I do. Can you imagine him as a utility player? We think of a utility player in a baseball sense as a tip dunk Scott Williams. We think of that as a guy who comes in as a substitute, right?
Now, what's interesting now is the spacing that the Chicago Bulls are trying to set up. Look how they're way outside the three-point line, trying to create some easy baskets.
Like that. Detroit losing to the Knicks 109-75. We're told that is the lowest offensive output by the Pistons in the playoffs. Michael Jordan has 44.
Well, if there was a name for that dunk.
Being picked up by Horace Grant. The three try by Rice is short. Jordan throwing ahead to Grant. Horace Grant with 15. Now it's Jordan again coming up with a steal. Paxson to Jordan for the finish. 46. With it, 6.8 left. And the Heat are going to let it run out. John Morton for three. We've had a foul call, I believe. Or did we? Wait a minute. Had a foul called.
Chicago personal foul 20, Bobby Hansen.
It's on Bobby Hansen. Are they going to shoot the free throws? They are. They're going to beckon John Morton back to the free throw line.
As we see Kevin Lockery proud of his team.
According to Kevin Lockery, is a good shooting performance. Jordan's pass intercepted. Brian Shaw, the lob, the jam.
Well, there's no excuse. Chicago had a very difficult year. Lost his mom, a tragic thing. Had major surgery. We see the steal.
3-on-1. Rice from Brian Shaw. It is 11-5, Miami. At long. Smith trying to post up Paxson. Counted, and he'll go to the line.
This is a wonderful rookie. This is a guy that has a brilliant future in this league.
For the Heat. 7. Rice for three. Count it.
Oh, Bob, that's way too long a look for Glenn Rice. You cannot give him that long a
look. Jordan 0 for 2 has not scored. Pippen with a major league jam.
Scottie Pippen is a 200% believable, wonderful dunks.
I was going to say the weakness of Jordan is his outside jumper. Let's say it's his least strong point. Cycling, underhanded, and he goes to the line.
Oh, that was a wonderful drop step move by Ronnie Cycli.
The no-look pass, Cycli comes away with it. Coles to Cycli for the two-handed slam.
Ronnie Cycli.
Edwards has it stripped by Jordan. Needs the break. Draws the foul. 8 points in the quarter. Leading it by 1. Inside to Steve Smith.
It's all about choices right now. There's an excellent choice.
What a move by the rookie from Michigan State.
Some rookie. Yo.
Only played in 6. Good up and under move. However, Pippen comes away with a 2-on-3, and he'll hold it up. Bob Neal, Dick Versace with you from Miami Arena. The lob to Michael Jordan.
And you can't forget about the world's greatest player. You got to.
The officials couldn't decide whose ball it was. They said it was Miami's, then Chicago's. That got Kevin upset, thus the technical. Now they've changed it back, and they give it to Miami after the technical.
Oh, wide open drive.
Shaw didn't miss the slam dunk that time, as he had on a previous possession. Pippen has 23.
I still like the poise of Miami Heat.
Nice pick and roll. Stereo.
Yeah, stereo. Whoa.
Bulls, nice job dribbling. Gets it to Rice. Steps in over the triple team. In and out.
Yes! Freddie Cycling with authority. Hello.
20 points.
Pippen blocked that shot from behind. Made a nice second effort.
Oh, mercy. 42 for Michael.
Yeah, Kevin wants to talk to the troops. You just can't let him wait.
Jordan in the paint. The turnaround spin move. Oh, mercy. He has 44.
Well, Kevin Edwards turned his head after he went up and got into the chest of Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan slipped by, and he was wide. Wonderful leadership from Michael Jordan, saying, let's eat some time up.
And I'll get the bucket in the paint.
And I'll make it half 100. Or as we used to say on the playground, half a... To pay it on the front end, they went 0 for 17 in their first 17 games. That was a tough sting.
Grant Long threw up the prayer, and the Miami Heat's first trip to the playoffs.
Give them a lot of credit, Bob. They hung in there. They gave us a basketball game.
Bulls win it by 5 behind a quiet 56 from Jordan.
Knicks on the run. Pistons able to get back. Ewing finding the open man, McDaniel.
One way for Detroit to solve this problem they're having is come with Mark Aguirre early in the game, get another shooter scorer.
Taking the shot, he was hit with the technical. Offensive foul on John Starks, who just checked in. And the Piston players now upset with Starks, and things maybe getting out of hand at both ends, although Darryl Garrison
All plays a part in this, making this statement type attitude.
Here's Starks, yes, and it counts. Prior to the game Friday night, John Starks had been very protected by Sally. Nice pass from Lambier, and Sally has cut it to a 2-point Nick lead.
At first you had a question, he's been missing for the last week and a half, 2 weeks of the season.
Beautiful play by Dumars. Here's Thomas. Isaiah Thomas going the length of the court, following the steal by Dumars.
And the crowd wanted the carry call. They felt that Isaiah turned the ball over when he crossed over high school, so he certainly has that ability.
McDaniel off the fake. Xavier McDaniel going last to give the Knicks a 41-40 lead. 12 points. Had some invisible performances. If he can do it in the playoffs, here's Woolridge rejected by Ewing. Wilkins for Jackson. And the Knicks lead it by the score of 49-40. And words between Oakley and a couple of Pistons. Darryl Garrison blowing the whistle. 8-0. So Patrick is now 2 for 16. Thomas stopped by Ewing. McDaniel for Jackson for Wilkins. Oakley from Ewing. Rebounded by Rodman. For Dennis Rodman, only his 3rd rebound. Woolridge. Will it count? Yes, it does. And the foul. A strong move by Woolridge. McDaniel committing 18.
Now the decisions have to be made by Detroit. Do we go get Patrick now with the aggressive double teams before he starts lighting it up?
Whoa. What a move
by Orlando Woolridge off the crossover, whipping by Lane Beer with the rebound. And Detroit picking it up here in the third. Dumars again. Joe Dumars has hit his last 3. 8 points for Dumars. And it's another 3 for Joe. He's cut it to a 3-point Nick lead, and now Pat Riley takes a timeout of the last 8 and blew the division title for the red-hot Boston Celtics.
Certainly not afraid to share some of the responsibility.
Oh, a facial served up by John Sally, and the foul. Patrick Ewing. Oh, Sally jumping out for the steal. Has a 3-on-2. Rodman. And the Pistons lead 76-75.
You see some of the other skills besides just rebounding, playing defense.
Starks, wild shot. Rodman with the rebound. Dumars ahead of the field.
And Mark Jackson almost made a terrific defensive play. He knew no one was covering the backcourt. His only shot at stopping the layup was
for Detroit. And the Knicks are involved in a drought. They have missed 8 of their last 9 shots. Jackson from deep. Yes! A 3-pointer from Mark Jackson. That's his second of the game. He's tied it at 80.
Well, it's just what the coach ordered. You're down 3 when you...
Oakley and Aguirre in each other's face. And Ewing comes over and hears it from Aguirre.
You must keep control of yourself. You do not want to lose a vital player in a playoff game, particularly in a tie game with just over 3.5 remaining.
A foul called on Sally. Ewing to the foul line for the first time. Now the Knicks have not played well down the stretch during the regular season. Beautiful pass. Jackson for Oakley. The Knicks lead 86-84.
No weak side rotation.
Dumars has been red hot in the second half. Out of 3, shoots the 3 and hits. Joe Dumars with a clutch shot from downtown, giving Detroit a 1.
The other people, that's what Isaiah and Dumars were talking out.
Here's Jackson going all the way. Tipped home. Oakley with the tip, and the Knicks lead by 1. Detroit tried to break down in a hurry, but the Knicks got back. Pistons have 1 timeout remaining. Down to 15 seconds to go in the 4th. Down to 10. Isaiah Thomas. Yes! And now the Knicks call for time. One of the great clutch shooters in the history of the game. Isaiah Thomas taking the shot and converting to give Detroit an aim. Has come down to this. 7 6/10 seconds to go. Knicks down by 1. Wilkins with the jumper. Rebound McDaniel. And that is it. The Pistons enthusiastically run off the bench as they have tied the series at 1, pulling out an 89-88 victory here on the Knicks home court. The Knicks certainly had their chances. Gerald Wilkins with the first shot that was way off, and Xavier McDaniel had the follow-up opportunity but could not hit. The series tied at 1. Game 3, Tuesday night at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Here's
well, I'm sure Chuck was doing that. He's a veteran of these playoff wars.
Thomas, the bank won't go down. Oakley had it, back to Woolridge.
That's great hustle by Dennis Rodman to keep the ball alive. That's the easy scores that the Pistons must get. They did not get any of those at break opportunity.
Rodman hammered, and here we go. It didn't take long. Ewing sticks out his hand. Lane Beer comes in. Now Ewing takes a swing at Lane Beer.
Well, you can sense this happening. This is, I tell you, I knew the officials were going to be in for a night tonight.
Chuck Daly pushing Joey Crawford, the official, off the side.
I think he wants Oakley thrown out of the game. I think he wants a flagrant foul and an ejection. I think that's when he hit home. He's not have to worry about that now.
Gerald Wilkins had second thoughts about coming in the lane when he saw Lane Beer, and it ends up with a Woolridge layup.
Pat Riley might have to to take a timeout.
Is our score. Pistons by 3. Nearing the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. We've already had 3 technicals.
Oh, nice
What a
pass.
pass. Oh, my. Dennis Rodman, a no-look Larry Bird-like pass.
Woolridge with 8. He is 4 of 6. Doug, you said that forward position is the whistle and the foul is fouled. Now McDaniel goes up and starts jawing at Dennis Rodman.
Well, see what happened now. After the whistle blew, Dennis Rodman gave McDaniel a little shove in the back. Now, Rodman has to be very, very careful. If the official sees that, that's his second time.
Kiki Vandeweghe has some formal shoes. With Coach Thomas. The Sally off the basket.
You see rookies in playoff situations.
For the foul. Like I said, New Jersey by 6. Cleveland by 6. Inside, Ewing. Pretty good looking shot. Left side of the basket. Comes around the other way.
We'll see what happened there. Oakley's too strong for Woolridge. And what happened? 3
Saves it right into the hands of John Sally. To Ewing. Dunkin' Donut time. And that's a 20-second timeout by Chuck Daly as he has only scored 2-point Nick lead. Anthony left open, doesn't get it. Mason, what a job on the offensive boards. Tied up by Joe Dumars. And there'll be a foul.
Be interesting to see how long Greg Anthony stays in the game. They're going to leave him for that open jump shot.
Has had everything. Here we go.
Starks is a big-time three-point shooter. Keep your eye on John Starks. He'll take the big 3.
Ewing, the arc guard, it goes, and we are knotted up at 79 apiece. 13.4 left. An effort by Patrick Ewing, an exhausted Patrick Ewing. And Doug, Bill Laimbeer almost came up with an extra. Shot clock inside of 10. Jackson to Starks. He's going to try the 3 again, and this time he drains it.
He's a big-time three-point shooter. I've seen 3 times this year make 3s either winless.
Good defense on Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Gonna shoot it. Shot clock at 3. Here comes Ewing. Count the basket and the foul, and Oakley does a little bit of dance.
Patrick Ewing too quick for Laimbeer. Isolated on the wing. He takes it right to the mid, winding down against him.
Thomas dishes off to Sally, and traffic off the glass. Pressure by Detroit and Thomas.
They need to stop. Give themselves a chance. That clock is winding down again. They've got to get something going to the basket.
Thomas gets a step on Jackson. This shot doesn't go. McDaniel had a chance at the board. He got it. And then Rodman runs him out of bounds, and we have a foul. A big rebound by Xavier McDaniel with Rodman all over him.
Pat Riley wants his team to do. Mark Aguirre's in the game also, too, a very good spot-up shooter. So if Dumars penetrates and Oakley helps, maybe Aguirre might get the shot.
Dumars loses the ball! Oh, my goodness! He lost the ball. Chuck Daly is all up and down.
I'll throw back to him, and he'll take the 3.
Daniel has fouled out with 21 points. This is it. Laimbeer stops. He gets a good look at it. Oh, off the front of the rim, and New York has taken a 2-1 lead in the best-of-5 series. The final, the Knicks win it 90-87. When we come back, we'll wrap it up and hand out our Budweiser Player of the Game. John Sally with 18, Laimbeer with 15, along with Joe Dumars to pace Detroit, but not enough to offset the 32 by Patrick Ewing.
Ewing with the rebound. McDaniel. Good look by Jackson.
What happened that time, Joe Dumars in transition ran back under the rim, and it looked like he was going to take Xavier McDaniel.
Nice lead from Laimbeer. Oh, a hard foul given by Oakley. We'll see right at Rodman.
We'll see right away if the officials are going to award them the basketball, meaning Detroit back again on the side after he shoots these 2 free throws. In my opinion, it would be a good move right now to triple stack for Joe Dumars.
Here comes Thomas. Rodman, nice pass for Woolridge. And the Pistons lead it now by the score of 12-9.
Sometimes they give it all out here right now.
Knicks have missed their last 6 shot attempts. Ewing. The Knicks 26. And the Pistons
Shipping up a little bit on him, and he is having trouble running. Back to you, Mon.
All right, Ahmad, and as they lined up positioning for this jump ball, the Knicks and the Pistons got involved once again, and double technicals will be handed out.
And the reason officials will cause a
Anthony with a wild shot. Mason. And Wilkins with the steal. Wilkins. Ewing. The Knicks by 3.
Just a series of great defensive plays. Wilkins knew he was in trouble. The only guy back against 3 Pistons. He wouldn't.
Just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Here's Jackson. Tip and missed by Ewing. McDaniel, yes, and it counts.
And that foul is going to be called with the body on Dennis Rodman. He didn't challenge it when he went back up. He just... Detroit. Will they go back to the isolations for Dumars to get him going? Will they go to their pick and roll, which has been bread and butter? Here's the isolation right now. Clear the side of the floor for Joe Dumars.
And he drew the foul. Will it count? Yes, it does! The basket counts and the foul.
A tremendous ability to concentrate.
Bear doing a good job fronting down low. Ewing. Yes. And Patrick Ewing penetrated against the double team. He went to the hoop. McDaniel. Here's Wilkins. And the foul. Today, 5 of 7. Thomas able to save it. And he's fouled. It counts. Isaiah Thomas will go to the line. Patrick Ewing asserting himself off the boards. 16 rebounds for Ewing. Knicks with a 6-point lead. Nice move by Anthony. Yes, it counts. Chicago Bulls waiting for the winner. The Pistons have missed their last 7 shots. Knicks have missed their last 5 from the field. Shot clock at 5. Starks, yes! John Starks with a 3-pointer opening up an 87-76 lead. And he does know his next coaching assignment will be the U.S. Olympic team. Patrick Ewing adding to the Knicks lead, 93-82. 7 seconds to go, but the Knicks able to turn it around in this series against the Pistons, and this one is all over.
People said early that Pat Riley won because of only great players. No, Pat Riley is a great coach.
The celebration has begun here at Madison Square Garden. And Bill Laimbeer congratulating Pat Riley. The New York Knicks have defeated the Detroit Pistons 94-87 to win the series in 5, a fiercely played 5-game set. And they will move on to face the Chicago Bulls. We'll be right back.
Billy Owens gives it up to Hardaway. Hardaway off the drive, all the way inside. gets the basket and draws the foul. And Jack, from here, it looked as if Tim Hardaway was body hunting all the way inside. He wanted that three-point play.
He knew the contact was going to come.
Mullen with the rebound. The Warriors down one. Hardaway to Marciulionis. Nice shot by Marciulionis, that sideways move.
Go for Mullen to get the shot up.
Off the deflection, it's Page with the steal. 1:30 left, opening quarter. Seattle needs a hoop to regain the lead, and McKee has it. Nate McMillan finding him wide open under the basket. The Warriors the 1-point lead. Shot clock at 15, inside of a minute here in the quarter. Again, McKee on the backdoor cut.
Taking advantage of the rookie right now, getting him to lean one way. McKee with the quick.
On, guarded by Benjamin. Now it's Marciulionis driving on McMillan and around Benjamin. What a shot by Marciulionis.
How in the world did he get that? About 6 points per game under his average. The Phillies had to get more.
Here's Barrows for three. Dana Barrows has it stuck on automatic. Inside shot. That's their 4th three already. Mullen, that's a 2 if it goes, and it's taken out by, well, it's stolen by Gatling.
They're staying right there after the rebound comes off, trying to
things up with dribble penetration. That's Marciulionis stripping it from Barrows. Mullen against Payton, leaves it for Gatling.
Unselfish play that time, Mullen. He has it going offensively. You couldn't blame him for
who finds Mullen. McKee ran out at it. Now Mullen to Ellie, where they get that action going to the basket.
Well, they look for each other so well. See that
shot by Ellie brings the Warriors to within 3. Payton doubled up, dribbles free of it, and nearly lost it again. Now it's Kemp.
John Kemp has to be more active. He's been the big guy in both game 1 and game 2.
It's a defensive stop this trip. They send 2 at McKee. Payton spins, Hardaway tips it away to Marciulionis, and Hardaway has the image.
The first time Hardaway has been able to do that, that has gotten him into trouble a couple of times trying to reach around from behind.
Hardaway against McMillan. Mullen to Gatling. And again they get action going to the hoop.
And it's nice they're going to percentage was going to come down, and as the field goal percentage for shooting from the outside stops to go, look for Seattle to continue to try to use the inside beat.
Tyrone Hill on the dunk. And George Karl wants it up. And the Warriors have a chance at the lead. Can you believe this? Hardaway on the drive gives it to him.
Hardaway.
This is unbelievable. Played a very effective ball game on both ends of the floor.
McKee under pressure. Rebound, Owens, a throw ahead to Mullen on a run out.
Mullen.
Chris Mullen giving the Warriors the 2-point lead. There's some banging going on inside.
And
now Benjamin and Hill are having a go at it.
Both guys, I think, are going to be tossed. And that is so unfortunate. Benjamin playing very well here in this game.
And the rebound to Seattle. This is Gary Payton. Payton a lob to Kemp for the jam.
But, and you can just throw it up there. You don't have to even make.
Remember, there's 0.6 difference. There's Marciulionis off the drive. Gatling. Quick move inside by Owens. What a scoop with 7.5 seconds left, and Seattle takes time.
Timeout, Sonics.
Well, I saw that play developing. Hardaway. Well, I'm real surprised they don't have Benjamin up there around the basket just in case there's a miss. But there's not. All bottom.
Seattle by 1. Off the drive, it is Hardaway. Running out of clock. Mullen passes to Marciulionis, who gets it away short. Sonics lead it 2 games to 1.
Final score. Sonics 129. Warriors 128.
It's all smiles in the Seattle Center Coliseum as the Supersonics keep the home court edge And now can deliver the...
Follow-away jumper, inline right. Ricky shot, slides off, rebound Lister. Out it comes to Hardaway, on to Ellie. Ellie will run into the lane, all the way to the glass for the swooping slam jam. And the Warriors on top, 5-0, just like that. A three from Hardaway. Banked away! Big Ben with a rejection to Kemp. Centers it to Payton. Racehorse dribble, trying to throw a low to Ben, intercepted by Hardaway. Breaks back to Ellie, all the way to the glass for the two-handed jam. Mario Ellie with his second basket. 11-7 the count, 7:53 to go first quarter. Warriors double team the inbounds pass. Payton swoops in to grab it. Spins by Hardaway. Guns one over to Kemp. Steps up. Double clutches. Won't go. Rebound Ben. Step up. Oh! Two-handed jam. Big Ben with his first basket. 11-9 the score. Baseline, he's in deep. Flips to Kemp. Steps up. Muscles to the glass. Whirls one up. Made contact with Lister. The shot is off balance. Air ball grabbed by Hardaway. Right up into the lane. Goes to the glass and shovels it up and in. Hardaway with 10 hard points. Basket. Warriors have the three-point lead, 39-36. 10:45 to go, second period. McKee out beyond the three-point line. Tosses low to McMillan. Posted up on Hardaway. Back spins. Up with a hook. Lister sniffed it out. Came over from the weak side. Blocks it away. Marciulionis to Hardaway into the lane. Splits the knee over to Gatling on the trail. The two-handed jam. The high-flying Chris Gatling. Gatling at 7 for 7 in game. On Kemp with one hand. Turns and wheels it to Gary. Here the Sonics with a chance to take the lead again. Pierce left side. Works on Hardaway to the baseline. Slapped away from behind. Ricky goes back to get it. Fires it cross court. Kemp's got it right up into the alley. Power slam! Tomahawk jam! Yeah, baby! Into Lister's face. And the Sonics take the lead. 48-47. Woo! The Rain Man! 5:42 to go, second period. That's what a turnaround. Up by 4 a moment ago. McKee left side. Working on Billy Owens. Hesitates. Stops. Spins. Into the glass with the right hand. Miss it. Rebound. Cage. Deflected away. Loose to the floor. McMillan scrapes it up. Goes back. Up he comes. Gatling swats it away. Kemp powers in with a jam. Gatling got a piece of him. Gatling comes up and says, wow. We did a job, didn't we? And they high-five each other. They really appreciate the talents. Kemp with 18. Hardaway. Gary Payton watching Ricky Pierce pop out for the ball left side, covered by Ellie. Ricky holding it. Starts up, stops 15-footer straight away off the mark. Rebound deflected. McKee with it. Hook passes low to Cage. A whirl and lay it in with the left hand. Michael Cage on a lovely sit-in. He has 18. We're tied again. 86 all. 9 seconds. 8, 7. Gary across midcourt with 6. Challenges Hardaway. Backs. Double team. Needs a man. Turns. Floats a pass to Cage. A whirl and lay it in. Michael Cage. On a feed from Payton. And all the Warriors can do is throw it the length of the floor. At the end of 3 quarters in the Coliseum. Sonics 88. Sarunas. Up fakes. Glides by McMillan. Into the lane. Switches right to left hand. Swatted away by Kemp. Grabbed by Gary. Here he comes. 4 on 2 to Nate. Over to Johnson to the glass. Lay it in. Eddie Johnson lays it in from Nate. Seattle by 6. 92-86. 10:59 to go. So the Warriors have cut a Sonic 8-point lead back to 3. 94-91. 9:19 to go. Fourth quarter play. Gary Payton works between the rings, puts a move on Marciulionis, gears it right side, shovels one up from the belt buckle and banks it up and in. Gary Payton nearly had it stripped by Marciulionis, but he muscled it up off the belt buckle. Here is Ellie outside, working beyond the three-point ring. Look out, don't give him a shot. Benjamin sneaks up on Ellie, starts his dribble, lost it, deflected by Gary Payton into the hands of Pierce. Pierce breaks away on Marciulionis to the glass, rolls it up, get in there, it hangs, and rolls in. He is fouled. Ricky will go to the line. What a play. Ricky Pierce got it to hang on the rim, and it rolled in. Seattle by 7. 13 on the shot clock. McKee double team. Put the dribble on the floor. Stripped away. Marciulionis to steal. Here comes Sarunas on the drive. Scoops it up. He got it. Marciulionis with 13. 106-105. Warriors by 1. 3:48 to go in the game. Sonics had a 9. They haven't had any. Hardaway to Ellie. Pull-up jumper. Baseline right. Hit the side of the glass. Rebound McMillan. 3 on 2. Over to Ricky. Challenges Gatling to the iron. Rolls it up. Yes! He is fouled. Ricky tumbles into the crowd. With 2 points in his pocket, the Sonics have the lead. And Ricky Pierce, who tonight has hit 8 of 9 from Allen Sarunas. Works the left-hand dribble. Ricky shades him to the right. Marciulionis, forced baseline, throws it out to the point. Hardaway on a 3 with McKee over and hit it at the buzzer. Tim Hardaway hits a three at the 24-second shot clock buzzer. Warriors by one, 109-108. 2:43 to go in the game. Inside Kemp double teamed out to Nate. Nate will take a three. Got it! They rule it a two-pointer. They rule it a two-pointer. McMillan was on the line. Nate McMillan with 10. The Sonics by one. McKee grabs the rebound. Well, I tell you, the Sonics badly need an offensive rebound. I don't think they've had one in the last 4 minutes. Here's Johnson in the lane. Double team, flips up a soft one. He got it. Tie game. Eddie Johnson was double teamed in the lane. Somehow he squirted away. Turned, he faced up. He had a wide open jumper and he drilled it. On Sean Kemp, the Rain Man with the board. He has 19 for the night. 113, 112. McMillan across midcourt. 43 seconds left. McMillan head of the key, covered by Hardaway. Down low. Pierce sets up. He hooks it up and in. Ricky Pierce for 25. Oh, what a pass from McMillan on the point. Pierce posted up. Spun. McMillan spied it. Threw a little sidearm pass in deep. And Ricky caught it. Hovered. Banked. And the Sonics. Little wire. Here are the Sonics with Pierce to the line. Again. He measures. Flips. Got it. Sonics lead by 3. Here are the Warriors inbounds. 2 seconds. 1. Hardaway to midcourt. Gets off the shot. It's airborne. The shot clock for the Bulls. Trailing 4-0. Opening moments first quarter from Chicago Stadium. Cartwright gets inside. Is hammered by Oakley.
That's going to be 2 shots in the ball. We already see the presence of Charles Oakley inside.
Flagrant foul.
So it's a flagrant foul. It's going to be 2 shots in possession.
8 to shoot. On 4 to shoot. Mason missing. Rebound McDaniels. He's been an offensive rebounding machine against the Pistons.
See what happens is Bulls are scrambling. Somebody's going to get an open shot.
Purdue stole that rebound. The pass is stolen by Anthony.
Oh, he took a 3. It's going to go in, but he should never have taken that shot. They should have held it. That's one of those no. Okay. Anthony, and they finish it for the fast break. 6 fast break points for Chicago, only 6 for New York, only 2 for Chicago.
Pippen with the drive, Grant with the jam. 6:30 to go in the half. Back to Ewing again against Cartwright. No double team. The hook pass into McDaniel. He just comes out of the big forest of trees for the power jam. McDaniel has double minutes to go, third quarter.
Looks like Scotty's rubbed off that or run off that little injury.
Got Jordan posted down there. It's going to be tough to stop him on the
scores. You got to get him the ball. Double dribble. Oakley did, and they didn't see it.
Exactly. Big jam by Ewing, who took it to the rack the first time he
foul was 2 free throws. This is why you've got to stay out of the penalty. Because you know Michael Jordan is going to try to get contact and get to the line.
Like right now. The building is alive. That's why they call it the Madhouse on Madhouse.
Make the 3, but get a good shot.
7 seconds to shoot. Cartwright all over Ewing. There's Ewing, but he's 18 feet away. Drains it anyway.
You got to get the ball to your big guy. He's hit about 7 shots in a row. You got to get him the ball.
Ewing.
Be aware of John Paxson. He's made a lot of big shots in his career.
Knicks have not won in Chicago Stadium since 1987. They lead by 1. Jordan, what a move inside.
That's ridiculous. That's so good. That's ridiculous.
30 points.
I hope Chicago knows what they get to see every night. This guy's phenomenal.
Look at Ewing and Cartwright down there. No whistle. Ron Garrison said play on. Ewing drains it. Knicks by 1. 2 minutes to go in this game, and the Bulls have a foul to give.
This is big time, 2 big-time superstars.
Cartwright yanks Ewing and puts him down inside the paint. Ewing has to come all the way out. The jumper in the lane, and it's a 2-point. Knicks lead with 33.8.
A little surprising that Phil...
I think you made the right comment that it's a 3-point shot by Armstrong. It doesn't go. The Knicks with a 5-point win. 94-89. Knicks over the Bulls. Jordan held to 4 points in the first quarter. The Bulls 38 points in the first half. And we talked at the beginning of the ball game about Patrick Ewing being the man for the New York Knicks, but Doug Collins pointed out that a man who would have to come up big in the matchup tonight would be Xavier McDaniel, the X-Man. He rebounded offensively very well in the series against Detroit and came in here particularly early in the ball game and did an outstanding job of rebounding. Also an excellent job defensing Scottie Pippen.
He caught it, put it on the floor, one dribble, got inside the defense, improved the range on the shot, and knocked out the little floater.
Jordan and Paxson in the backcourt. Pippen up front with Grant and Cartwright. Grant is stopped and fouled. Foul committed by Oakley.
Well, I wouldn't say it's even close to a flagrant foul, but I would also...
Against the Knicks, they forced Charles Oakley to handle the ball. Wilkins to the scoop. And he's tied the game at 4.
And Chicago...
2, he missed 3 out of 4 from the free throw line in the closing minutes.
Normally an 83% free throw shooter during the regular season.
The Bulls 13, the Knicks 11. The Bulls continuing the pressure. Wilkins with a facial going right at Cartwright.
Now that's...
The New York Knicks 13. Here's the double team on Jackson. The steal by Jordan. And Michael Jordan hits on the reverse. And the Knicks again are having big problems with the lead by 8 points. Vandaway working off the screen. Ewing. 8 points for Ewing. And the Knicks now 7%. Chicago controls the tip, and here comes Jordan. And he blew the stuff. The foul. Phil Jackson in a rage looking for the call. Here's Mark Jackson. Yes. So the Chicago lead once 13.
Maybe they'll have turnovers, maybe they'll miss free throws, maybe they'll miss shots.
Wilkins. Oh, a quick step to the left by Gerald Wilkins. He has exploded an 8-0 Knick run. And the Knicks move with Ewing trying to get to that lead pass, overthrown by Jackson. Crowd reacts. They wanted a foul and caught right. Here's Pippen dumping off. Nicely done. And Grant has tied the game at 54.
Anytime you extend your, then he can drop it off.
The Bulls at 1 point hit only 2 of 13 from the field. They hit a cold spell, a 17-8 run by the Knicks, propelling New York to the lead. But now Chicago leads by 3 as Michael Jordan is able to hit on the slam to hang in, despite the fact they have not received the productivity out of Patrick Ewing. Only 5 for 14, 12 points. Jordan with the spin. Oh, what a move by Michael Jordan. The Bulls now lead 67-61.
So what happened?
Scott Williams able to get to the loose ball, then he's bottled up. Jordan with the recovery, and Jordan is fouled. The basket counts and a foul, and Michael Jordan very upset about the way he was muscled. With solid performance by Jordan. Scottie Pippen, who fouled out with 26. Patrick Ewing came on late. He has 27. And the Chicago Bulls have taken a 2-1 lead in this best of 7 playoff series. A very physical game once again. I have a feeling we will hear some complaints from Michael Jordan and the Bulls about the Knicks' physical style. Bulls win it 94-86. This has been a presentation of the NBA on NBC. To Jackson. Ewing from deep. McDaniel able to come away with it. So the Knicks lead 3-0.
New York just got out.
Patrick Ewing 1 for 4 from the field.
I don't want to be a dick.
Oh, a beautiful alley-oop his eye off the ball for an instant. Shot clock to 3. Ewing with the steal. It's a 3-on-1. Jackson behind the back for Wilkins. Jackson spinning and nowhere to go. Oakley with the save, but Grant getting to it. And here's Pippen taking it by himself. He had Jordan ahead of the field. Perhaps Scotty fearing at 47. Ewing jumping out on a switch, so Cartwright is open. Ewing with the lead. No, he lost it. Yes, and it counts. What a play by Horace Grant.
And Patrick Ewing was so frustrated, he almost went and punched the stanchion because he knew he had a defensive rebound in his hands.
Mason not able to handle that pass as the Bulls went to the trap. And now McDaniel on the recovery finds Starks. It's the Knicks 68, and the Bulls. Spirited play by the New York Knicks to take a 3-point lead. Mason lost it, recovered. Starks for 3. Rebound McDaniel. Yes, and it counts.
The Knicks right now are really using their strength and physicalness under the...
Rebounded by Ewing. Wilkins on the run. Wilkins. Yes, and it counts.
Perhaps a time for Jim Clemens to use up one of those timeouts. Don't let this...
Jordan met by a double team, and Williams is clobbered. Scott Williams upset. A very hard foul handed out by the Knicks. Points. Patrick Ewing with only 15 did not shoot well. The Knicks have destroyed the Bulls off the boards. John Starks with 16. Michael Jordan, who hurt his ankle early third quarter, finishes with 29. Will it count? Scottie Pippen hitting, and the indication is yes, the basket counts. So the final score, the Knicks 93 and the Bulls 86. Let's go to Ahmad Rashad. At 2 apiece. They will meet in Game 5 in Chicago on Tuesday night. We'll be back in a moment. On 4 out of 5 from the field. Here's Cartwright. He lost it. McDaniel over to help. Knicks have a 3-on-1. Jackson for McDaniel. The 2 points. John Paxson with the open jump. He's hit 3 out of 4. McDaniel from Jackson. The Knicks lead. Getting it back out. Wilkins. And Pippen able to reach for it. Here's Pippen. Oh, what a move by Scottie Pippen. Marv talking before. Most assists in a quarter held by Magic Johnson. He did it 3 times. Most recently, May of '91 against Portland. Here's Will Perdue, who just checked in, replacing Bill Cartwright. The Knicks now lead 24. Tatum McEnroe hearing the cheers from the crowd when that shot went up just a moment ago on Garden Vision. McDaniel in the open court, eluding Paxson. Oh, what a move by Xavier McDaniel, shaken up. He was jawing. TNT on hand, along with the Chicago affiliate. Pippen on a steal. Pippen, oh, he is ripped by Starks. And that could be, yes, it is a flagrant foul. Pippen is shaken up. A flagrant foul called on John Starks. And
That was a bad foul by Starks. Well, the Bulls forget about him. He was going at half speed, and that angle was wide open for him.
Here's Perdue. Oh, he is hit. Hit hard by Mason, who looks to challenge Perdue.
I think he stuck his tongue out at him.
Purdue took a swipe at Mason. Pat Riley trying to break it up along with the officials. Anthony Mason was taunting Will Purdue in the backcourt. Here's Jordan dumping to Grant. Well done by Michael Jordan. And the Bulls are within 6. After the slow start, they did not score in this fourth quarter for nearly 6 minutes of 13:01 by the Knicks. Ewing is fouled. Yes, and it counts. Oh, that's an enormous field goal. Foul called on Purdue to get the shot up, in particular with the Bulls over the foul limit. Wilkins for Ewing. Yes, and it counts. We are seeing, and this is the highest final seconds, and the Knicks continue the improbable finish to what has become a storybook season, no matter what happens Sunday in Chicago. They sent it to a 7th and final game, and they will face the Bulls Sunday afternoon after defeating the defending NBA champions by the score of 100-86, and they did it with a rush in the fourth quarter. They outscored Chicago in the fourth, 32-16. The Bulls going 6 minutes and 10 seconds. The aggressive play once again off that steal. Wilkins with a 3-on-1. Served up a facial on Bill Cartwright. Well, now Pippen starts back. Pippen for Grant. Chicago by 1. That's that middle play. Ewing from Oakley. Here's Pippen. Center position.
And actually, Cliff Livingston first warned the official as Greg Anthony ran into his first screen in the backcourt, and then when he did it again, the whistle blew.
Yes, and a count. Anthony picks up his second. Mike earlier in the series. Armstrong for Pippen. The Bulls 39 and the Knicks 33.
This game, in this series, he rushed the shot. He rushed it that time on a three-pointer.
Mark Jackson is back for Greg Anthony. Oh, good look from Jordan. Red from Jordan. The Bulls again. His capabilities are. That last foul on Cartwright is third, so he's replaced by Will Purdue. Will Purdue very active in Game 6 against the Knicks. Got into a little scrap at the end of the game. Here's Michael Jordan. He now has 29 points, and the Bulls lead 56. King missed the first 2 games of the series with the flu. Sat out Thursday night with a bad throat. Here's Jordan splitting through. Jordan with the steal. And then it's stolen by Starks. McDaniel chased by Jordan. It's a clean block.
Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game. And that's why Magic said before he was demanding.
For Horace Grant, his 4th block shot. For the Bulls, their 7th rejection for the game. Oh, what a spin by Jordan! Upset in NBA playoff history. The reason that this is a Knick club that won 51 games, but but a Knick team that faltered in the... That if you put Pat Riley or Dave Checketts or Ernie Grunfeld of the Knicks staff, there's Jordan. Michael Jordan with 42 points. If you put them on truth serum
in the regular season with these two teams. You know, I wonder if Oakley and Jordan going to be his closest friends in the summertime after this series.
Well, the two teams do shake hands as they head back to their respective locker room. The Chicago Bulls have defeated the New York Knicks 110-81 to take this grueling series in 7. The Bulls move on to face the Cavaliers. The series beginning here in Chicago on Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Jeff Malone can't connect. It's batted out by Eaton right to Porter. Drexler on the run. Yes, sir. It's a 10-point game. Timeout. Jerry Sloan and the Jazz. Final minute. Opening quarter. Trailblazers by 8. Drexler around Edwards to dunk. Oh, that first step of Drexler so deceptive. He did not. Robinson trying to find Mark Eaton before he takes a shot. Jerome Kersey with a basket, Eaton with a foul. Mike Brown pulls it down for Utah, trailing by 14. This has been the pattern for the Jazz here in Portland. Tyrone Corbin, a pretty assist from Stockton, and Corbin now with 13. Edwards, the runner, gets it back. Block. Buck Williams rejected it, and it's Kersey at the other end. And that brings the crowd into the game, and Buck Williams with a rebound and a 2-on-1 break. Drexler on the go. Kersey again. Oh, how he can finish. Jerome Kersey. They run 2-minute Stockton. Inside to Thornton. He's rejected. Malone gets it, scores, and he is fouled. I believe Duckworth flying out got him. And if so, that's his third. Well, that's a big goal for Utah. 3-point try. Out to Drexler. Look at Kersey. He's already down court. There he is. And Rudd there to meet him. You see that intersection right there. 7 on the shot clock. Taken away by Rudd to Jeff Malone. Here comes Kersey. What a play! And Malone gets the goal anyway, but Kersey with the block, his 4th of the game. 73-16. Taking one shot here in the third quarter. Corbin, Malone scores, and he's fouled, and suddenly it's a 2-point game, and the mailman's on the line. Kersey with his third able player honors this year. Jeff Malone blocked. Corbin knocked it away from his own teammate, Cliff Robinson at the other end. It's tied at 90. Another turnover off the pressure. Whoa, Mike Brown knew he'd foul Porter. Terry looking for more than just 2 shots, wanted the flagrant foul and the 2. 3-point lead, 13 seconds left. If you're Portland, you should foul for possession of the basketball. Rudd for a 3-pointer. Oh my! Right down the middle with 5.5 seconds to go. Delaney Rudd for the injured John Stockton, who had not scored in the game, hits a sensational high-arcing 3.
About the X-Man, no one knew about Corbin. He was not even recruited heavily by major schools. The ball found him only because they had an empty spot.
Porter. Boy, forcing a tough shot, looking for the foul, and he hits it anyway. 24 for Terry Porter. Portland by 1.
This is where you really want to be very quick with ball movement, player movement. The longer you take, the easier it is for the defense to set Portland against the shot clock at 5.
Drexler sees the opening and seizes it. 24 for Clyde Drexler.
7 seconds.
Portland's going to have to get the ball in the air.
Drexler wide open is Buck Williams, and that should do it. They're really celebrating now.
Mailman with 36 big points.
Buck Williams, another slam with 36 seconds to go. And a foul. Mike Brown got him. Steps up and hits all 6 free throws. Number 32, Karl Malone, with 3.2 seconds left. A blind throw by Edwards, and the Portland Trailblazers take the 1-game lead with 2 games to go. They're 8-0 at home in the playoffs after 2 easy wins. They ran into a battle tonight, 127-121 in overtime. They are 1 win from their 3rd NBA Finals. The final score, Portland 127, Utah 121.
What happened that time, Michael went to the offensive boards last time down, got caught underneath the results. Drexler ran out.
Jordan spotting Pippen. Portland 5.
Terry Porter, because in the 2 games this season against Chicago, he was shooting just over 31% against the Bulls.
Michael Jordan. Portland gets to it again. Lost the dribble off his foot. 3-on-2 for the Blazers. Drexler all the way. Clyde Drexler at his best in the open floor, hitting for his 3rd field goal.
Chicago, those 2.
The Bulls only 2 of 11 from the field. Jordan again from 3-point land. Most unusual to see Michael bombing away. That's his 3rd 3-point attempt.
Shots.
Drexler with a quick shot. Drexler on the follow-up. Nice pass for Robinson. Portland 23, Chicago 15. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Pippen setting up Jordan wide open for another 3.
Well, that 3-point was created off the penetration of Pippen.
Blazers get back. Pippen back for Jordan again for 3. Well, Michael Jordan yesterday in comment 2 minutes remaining in the first. Jordan eluding Robinson. Yes! 18 from Michael Jordan.
He shot 35% from the 3-point line. Here in the playoffs, over 48% from the 3-point line.
Robinson with the step as he whipped by Williams.
This was a big matchup concern for Chicago. Would Robinson be...
Jordan for 3. Well, Michael has gone to a new weapon. That's again. Michael Jordan, 11 for 17, 27. Oh, Kersey with a facial. Jerome Kersey cuts it to his 10th. Pippen, rebounded by Grant. Jordan for 3, yes! That is the steal by Pippen. And Jordan, 32 for Jordan. The Bulls by 14. Drexler for 3, air ball. Here's Jordan for 3, yes! see that look? Michael indicating he can't believe it.
Well, if you take those hurried shots, that's what's going
Thought about the fact that they have certainly had the reputation about losing their poise. Cliff Robinson. Robinson has played well. He has
inside statement. There's only certain ways you can stop a run and stop the clock. One way is if you get fouled to go to the free throw line, it stops the run.
Michael Jordan off a set play on the inbounds. It's rejected. And Pippen puts it down. Well, this has reached the point of embarrassment for Portland. Back come the Bulls. 4-on-2. Grant finishes it off.
Robert packed the rookie.
Our minds ready, and we had to play a more physical game, a smarter game, and we were able to do that in game 2.
Here's Pack with a very impressive drive. Points, you are talking 65% of the offense.
And what is surprising about the way he did it, not the fact that he accomplished it, because we all knew that he's capable of doing it, but
now to one, Livingston from 3, and that will do it. The only consolation, it's a 33-point differential, which is 2 points shy of the largest margin of victory in an NBA Finals game. The Bulls take game 1, led by Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They do it 122-89. We'll be back in a moment. By Portland, and you recall in game 1, the Blazers opened up by hitting their first 7 field goal attempts.
Look for both teams to go inside early, and Portland starts it out with Buck Williams, who really was a non-factor due to fouls and playing time in game 1.
Protected by Grant. Nice play by Kersey. It's a 3-on-1. Drexler, yes, and it counts. A facial served up by Clyde Drexler, and the foul committed by Bill Carter.
Well, it seemed like each time they got questioned, they managed to bounce back with a pretty good performance.
Good play by Portland to stop Jordan. Here's Kersey. Jerome Kersey with his first field goal, giving Portland a 16-14 lead. Scotty telling us prior to the game that he is still, what a pass from Pippen, finding Grant. Scottie Pippen saying that he's still bothered by it. He just did get it off. Scott Williams to the offensive boards. Pippen. Oh, what a feed! Scottie Pippen with the gorgeous shot.
Jordan tried to kick opposite to Pippen in the spot-up area. He just wasn't there in time.
Round 1 of the fouls. Paxson took a shot. Williams giving Portland its biggest lead of the game. 12 in the series from downtown. Blazers. Oh, that's Kersey once again excelling in the open court in the second quarter. Not the case here tonight. Michael Jordan with 15. Blazers by 7. Drexler able to receive the pass and hit the shot.
He held him off with his body, knew that he had the position. He waited for it to come down, just like a post lob pass, except it happened full court.
The Bulls wanted the foul. Paxson for Pippen.
Well, the calcium deposit certainly isn't as...
Drexler, yes, and it counts. A gorgeous move by Clyde Drexler, and the foul committed by Kersey. Portland in the midst of an 11-3 run. Haynes beating Kersey, and they've tied the game at 95. 45 seconds remaining. And the 82 with 4:36 remaining. A 13-3 run by the Blazers. 35 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Michael Jordan. Oh, what a move by Jordan. Hanging and hitting to give Chicago a 97-95 lead. Differential on the 24. Cartwright jumping out. Here is Duckworth. Yes! A clutch bucket by Kevin Duckworth. He's tied the game at 97. Chicago takes a timeout with 13 and 2/10 seconds remaining. Ainge. Porter for three. Yes! Terry Porter able to hit the three. Portland had missed their previous 12. Carter. He's been off. He's missed his last 5 shots.
And give credit to Terry Porter, who came out and challenged him, did not give him a real clean look.
Oh, what a pass from Porter, finding Ainge. And the Portland Trailblazers with a dramatic come-from-behind effort, trailing by as many. Final seconds. So the Blazers come away with a 115-104 victory over the Chicago Bulls. And they have evened the series at 1. Michael Jordan leading the way with 39. Clyde Drexler at 26. 19 for Buck Williams along with 13 rebounds. Danny Ainge with 17. 9 of the 17 in overtime. Again, the final. Portland in OT 115. Chicago 104. Join us Sunday night, 7 p.m. Fouled by Cartwright. And the Blazers struggling at the line, but not defensively. They've come out very aggressive.
Came back in game 2. An aggressive Trailblazer defense.
Oh, Pippen spotting Grant. He had the open jump, but he saw Horace Grant was all alone. The Bulls in this city. Well, that's what he said. He wanted to correct the perception of the statement the other day. Jordan able to stuff for his first field goal. Now, we weren't there when he Jordan with his second field goal has tied the game at 12.
Whether this is a long-range effect to wear Michael Jordan down or not, he's had 3 people defending him so far.
Drexler getting inside, a fast start for Clyde.
Doesn't happen to agree.
Jordan with the steal and then flips it out to Grant. Horace Grant able to hit, and he drew the foul. What a pretty pass tossed by Jordan to ignite the break.
So much of the usage of timeouts by coaches. A little run by Portland. Phil takes the timeout. They come out, set up. Jordan knocks out the J, takes the crowd out of it, settles everything.
Oh, beautifully done. Robinson with the perfectly timed pass for Drexler.
Well, the one thing the timeout does do.
And the Bulls continue to get to every loose ball. Porter thought he was pushed by Pippen. Pippen for Grant. And the Bulls now lead 42-28. Minute and a half gone by in the third. Grant from Cartwright. And Duckworth off the board. Here's Porter leading Drexler. Chicago here at the Memorial Coliseum. That was a non-shooting foul called on Drexler. Grant got the position, and he's given the Bulls a 67. Quarter is underway as Armstrong starts up against Watley. Armstrong and Hansen in the backcourt. Scott Williams with a pretty backdoor feed for Pippen.
One of the pressure releases. If you overplay it.
As Ainge works his way down. Yeah, that will do it. The Chicago Bulls have defeated the Portland Trailblazers by the score of 94-84. Portland shot only 26 of 78, 36% from the field.
Well, shot selection is one of the things, and then not too many turnovers forced by the Trailblazers. Try to create.
Cartwright Detroit. Had a notion to shoot, but gave it up. Jordan. Beautiful shot by Jordan. Able to squeeze inside and go.
Defensive end, challenging the shots, forcing Duckworth to miss. At the offensive end, on the glass. Grant, terrific series so far.
And a terrific alley-oop pass from Kersey to Drexler. To the Blazers, 11. Ainge with the steal. Here's Drexler for Robinson. And the Bulls want to talk it over. That's a three-point attempt. Here's Kersey. We have seen very little of Jerome Kersey getting to the open floor.
But see, that's
not work. Drexler on the recovery. Phil Jackson felt he came from out of bounds. Here's Kersey. A cutback, Buck Williams. He has 6 points, and the Bulls now lead by 4. The bench well represented for the Bulls right here. Armstrong took the shove. It counts. The foul on Ainge, and Armstrong gets the call on the continuation.
See, when you come down.
Michael Jordan back on the floor. Here's Scott Williams. Oh, he's rocked by Kersey. Let's see what the call is here. Darryl Garrison slowly making his way to the 16. Portland seeking to tie the series at 2. Chicago hoping to go up 3 games to 1. Ainge finding Kersey. No, in the 4th. Jordan stripped by Drexler. 3-on-2. Kersey. Porter gave it back. Drexler. Portland has taken the lead for the first time. The 4th. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, Magic Johnson, and Ahmad Rashad from the Coliseum in Portland. Drexler with the pass fake. Nice feed from Kersey.
That's all Rick Adelman has been telling him. A little bit of body movement, a little bit of dribble penetration, and some ball movement, and you get high percentage shots.
Jordan did not have the movement on the baseline, got it to Paxson, and he's tied the game with the three-pointer. John Paxson hits the three-point shot, and the Blazers in goal. 5-point lead for the Blazers. Paxson with the running hook, able to bank it home. John Paxson brings Chicago within 3. Porter racing ahead of the field. Well, that surprised Chicago, and now the Bulls call for time. With 29 seconds, remains the same. So the Trailblazers tying the series at 2. And they just run it down. Psychologically, a huge victory for Portland, with thoughts of what took place 2 years ago against Detroit, although the cast of characters certainly different. But they split those first 2 games. The second was an overtime game, and then lost 3 in a row. Not the case here. First miss for Chicago. They hit their first 4 shots. Nice ball movement. Beautiful give and go.
That was beautiful basketball. The old give and go play pass.
If there's a game 7, it will take place in Chicago next Wednesday, June 17th. Al Pippen posting up on Portland.
You know, the Portland Trailblazers have changed their matchups here. They put to say, hey, guys, we're going to not lose any more close games like this. We got to end this series.
Oh, beautiful play by Pippen, and he goes all the way and draws the foul. Drexler called for the foul, and Pippen will go back to the line.
Thank you, guys.
Bulls by 15, and the crowd urging the Blazers on. The steal by Percy. 2-on-1. Drexler.
It's almost like...
And Drexler comes away with it. Porter with the center for Buck Williams. Terry Porter has been dishing off effectively throughout the first half.
Should have had Porter playing Michael and then had him on Paxson where we didn't even have to really defend a guy going to the hoop.
And remember, as Percy gets down, and that Chicago lead is down to 11. Remember in game 2, though, when Drexler won it.
Everybody's cutting when their man is being double teamed, but when Duckworth is being double teamed, they have no cutters, no ball cutters, and that's why he's having a struggle out of the double team. Here's a breakaway for Pippen and slam dunks.
And that breakaway set up by the block shot of Horace Grant, who has been all over the... Robinson, double team, got it back out. Here's Porter. Drexler! Oh, what a slam by Clyde Drexler! And Scott Williams sits down. Pippen does not go for the fake, and Ames with a force, but he'll take it. That was not the shot he had in mind, but he was committed in midair, and he had a final seconds, and the Bulls come away with a 119-106 victory to go up 3 games to 2 in this best-of-7 NBA final. Michael Jordan, 14 for 23 from the field, 16 of 19 from the line for 46 points. And we'd like to take a moment to wish Magic well in his return to the court. And
Phil Jackson mentioned to us earlier today that one of the areas of concern, the ability of Portland to put it on the floor, the steal, and now the slam dunk by Kersey. He gets 3 or 4 of those a game just because he has the ability to run out and fill a lane.
Now Jordan posting up Drexler. I played him well. Jordan passed on the 3. Finds Grant. Oh, what a play by Horace Grant. And by Robinson.
That's the pressure defense, the hands. The second time we've seen it pay off. Robinson, earlier Porter with the good hands, caused the turnover.
Look, Robinson has had a strong all-around first half. Nice feed. Robinson from Kersey. And the Blazers lead 36-28.
Spacing that time.
Robinson. Drexler passed on the 3. And it's rebounded by Jordan. Picked off by Porter. 2-on-1. Jordan back. Drexler goes right at him. Blazers with their biggest lead of the night.
Terry Porter back in transition defense. Porter 2-on-1.
For 7 points. Game 6 of the best-of-7. The Bulls hoping to wrap it to win a second consecutive NBA championship. Portland looking to tie the series, extending to a Game 7 on Wednesday. The Blazers, though, have had all kinds of difficulties in the third quarter in this series.
And they've discussed it. They've talked about it coming out in the beginning and having a good start. Well, they did that this evening. Now, the third quarter remains to be seen, but this has been a big problem area for them, controlling the third quarter, scoring points in particular.
Crowd here at Chicago Stadium roaring its appreciation as the Bulls take the court. It will be Portland ball as we get underway. Marv Albert, Mike Fratello, and Ahmad Rashad, along with Bob Costas and Quinn Buckner. Drexler jumping out for the steal. Drexler in the open floor, finding Kersey. The crowd looking for an offensive foul as Paxson took a shot and a timeout called by Phil Jackson. Stifle that fast break attempt. Here's Porter. Yes. Terry Porter with 12. Blazers lead 56-46.
You're going to have people step up and make big baskets to stop the Chicago runs because you know that when they get on those streaks, they're most dangerous.
And Paxson was stripped. Duckworth gets it down to Porter. So Portland leads by 12, and Phil Jackson calls for a timeout.
From the beginning of the game, you could...
Jordan to the spin. And Kersey felt that there should have been an offensive foul on Jordan.
And Jordan felt he should have been shooting a free throw.
Rick Adelman. But on the turnover, comes back to Chicago. They pulled within 7. Phil Jackson staying with this unit. Armstrong. Yes. The Portland lead is down to 5.
Going against you. It takes terrific concentration to try and hold and maintain a lead, particularly in this building.
All right. King. Yes. Buck Williams tried to draw the foul. The Bulls within 3. And they've done it with Michael Jordan sitting out. Pippen trying to post up. Shot clock at 8. Drexler playing with 4. Here's Jordan. Look out of his calls for time. Shot clock to 5. Down at 3. Pippen for 3. 24 for Pippen.
Shot.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. Michael Jordan. Yes. The game is tied at 87. Jordan has 25. The Blazers and Bulls tied at 87. The backdoor pass picked off on the deflection. Jordan with the steal. The first time Chicago
Side shots that they have missed, Portland, you have to convert those.
Scottie Pippen does convert to give Chicago a 91-89 lead. 2:15. Chicago with a 2-point lead. Drexler playing with 4. Shot clock at 3. Yes! And a timeout called with a minute 39 remaining in the 4th. The Bulls with the ball and a 2-point lead.
You don't foul now. You dig in and get a stop.
Here's Jordan. The Bulls 95. The Chicago lead. Drexler was checking. Thought there might have been a timeout remaining. Here's Kersey for 3.